Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake with Fitness Insider coming at you guys with another good one today. But first, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, join the family, man. I'd love to have you. You'll keep current with all the new stuff. I'm going to keep you updated, especially as something like the Arnold Classic comes around. I guarantee you guys I'm going to keep you updated with all the newest information. So, anyways, maybe not guaranteed, but I'm going to do my best. But anyways, guys, the Arnold Classic 2020, as I've said before, is starting to shape up as being the most insane Arnold Classic lineup I've seen in a long time. It looks phenomenal. As you can see here by the list, the main reason I'm doing this video, because I've already done one a while back, is because Rolly Winkler is out and Nathan Diasha is in. And that is a big change to really everything, okay? Because Rolly Winkler had the genetics to take this show if he came in on, okay? And him being out, it just kind of skews the whole lineup, okay? So, anyways, I'm just going to give you guys an updated version of my opinions on who's going to take this show. And just to make myself clear, as I've said in other videos, the top 6 in this lineup, everybody has the potential of winning this show. That's how crazy it is, okay? Conditioning is the name of the game, and if the top 2, top 3 come in off, somebody else can slip into that number 1 or 2 position easy if they're at 100%. So that's what makes this thing so excited. But we're going to go ahead and get in this. Follow me along. It's going to be a good one. Okay, guys, and taking that number 6 spot at the Arnold Classic 2020, in my opinion, is going to be Josh Lonardo. Okay, so try to follow my thinking here. This is a hard one, guys. This is a very hard competition to try to make, guesses on, because every one of these guys is capable of just moving several spots if they came in on, and if someone else comes in off. Someone that might genetically be a number 1 or a number 2 could come in super off and just ruin their chances. But overall, based on how people generally come in, I just have a feeling that Josh is going to take number 6, and here's the reasons, okay? And I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, it was between him and Nathan Diasha for the 6th spot for me, and it sucks to say that, because Nathan Diasha, man, he's phenomenal. Like, I want to put him higher. It's just the guys that I have in front of him, I just can't, I just can't. And when it comes down to him or Josh Lonardo, it's between Nathan and Josh. I just feel like while Nathan might have a slightly more aesthetic physique, I think Josh is just too damn big. This dude is so monstrous, and when he nails his conditioning, he's a problem for a lot of people, for almost everybody. And to say that he's only going to make 6 is crazy. So it's actually a compliment. I have Josh in spot 6. Okay, guys, and taking that number 5 spot, it was a very hard one for me to place because it's kind of a question mark right now, but I definitely see this guy being top 5, and that's Patrick Moore, okay? So Patrick Moore, man, is like a new phenom. He's coming onto the scene and he's making a noise. He's making a statement. Now, this dude went into the 2019 Olympia and just, in my opinion, was overlooked, and that was BS, guys. This dude deserves so much better than 10th. But on the bright side, at least it seems like the judges have an eye on him now. It seems like everybody has the spotlight on this guy, and I think I've heard of predictions all over the place. Now, I personally think that this dude could make top 3 easily, depending on the other 4 guys that I have in front of him, conditioning-wise, and really depending on him. In his 2019 Olympia condition, he really could make top 3. It's a question mark, man. I haven't seen enough of this guy to see how consistent he is with his conditioning, which I honestly think he's going to be one of those guys that nails it every time, because while he's a big dude, he's still small enough to where I don't think conditioning is going to be a problem for him. And the aesthetics, man, the aesthetics of this dude is going to carry him far. I'm telling you, man, keep your eye out for this guy. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if he takes top 3. But right now, I got him in spot number 5. And in this lineup, guys, that is a damn compliment. That he's really going to surprise a lot of people. And I'm really looking forward to see what this guy could do in a big lineup. All right, guys, and clinching that number 4 spot, I'm going to go ahead and give to Cedric McMillian. Now, this is another one that is hard to place. And honestly, this is probably the biggest question mark that's in the whole lineup. Now, I say that because Cedric, in almost everybody's eyes, is almost like the perfect bodybuilder, except for one thing. Okay, Cedric has everything. Dude is literally, genetically, a Mr. Olympia just as is, if he could just dial in his conditioning, man. Now, Cedric is a prime example of genetics just carrying somebody, but not quite getting them all the way. So, Cedric, for instance, when he won the Arnold Classic, I believe in 2017, he looked phenomenal, man. And I don't even think he was at 100%. I just think that was the best Cedric that we've ever seen. Either that or the year prior when he got second to Kai in the Arnold Classic. Now, he is capable of taking the whole lineup, and I believe that. I think everyone believes that. But as Cedric has proven time and time again, he generally fails to deliver on the conditioning. Now, while it is true that he's more of a Arnold Classic guy than an Olympia guy, meaning he always performs better in the Arnold. And I don't mean just in comparison to the other competitors, but I just mean he seems to dial it in almost perfect for this show, and then at the Olympia just falls under the pressure. I'm not sure why, but that's just what we got. And I personally think that Cedric here is going to place fourth. He could win the show, but I don't see it, you know. He seems, the older he gets, he seems to be doing worse and worse. And this last Olympia, man, while there was reasons why he had the whole late addition to the show and whatnot, but, you know, he didn't impress, okay? We were missing several of the top stars, and he still didn't do that well in that lineup. So in this lineup, unless he comes dialed in, I don't see him any higher than fourth. In fact, I think Patrick Moore could beat this guy because Patrick comes in on, from what I've seen, and I really expect him to be the biggest and the best I've ever seen him, whereas with Cedric, I think his prime is over and he's just kind of holding on. So we'll see what happens. Cedric's an awesome bodybuilder, but I just don't see him bringing the condition necessary to win the show or even place higher than fourth. All right, guys, and number 3 goes to none other than Dexter Jackson. Dexter Jackson, man, where to even begin, okay? You want to talk about Mr. Consistency? That is this gentleman right here. Dexter is one of my favorite bodybuilders ever, of all time. I don't see how anybody doesn't like Dexter. Now, this footage, I believe, is back from 2016, so I'm not trying to mislead anybody. This is not super recent, but, I mean, just look at the dude. Oh, my God, man. He looks insane. Super full, super rounded. He has one of the best backs in the whole lineup. I believe he's actually 50 years old now, and he's still killing 99% of the competitors in the IFBB. I mean, he's a prodigy, man. He's one of the coolest dudes, and he just continues to amaze everybody. Now, what Dexter has going for him, because he's not the biggest guy in the lineup, but he is super proportioned, and he is super sharp every time. That's why they call him the Blade. He comes in with conditioning every time. Now, as I've said in previous videos, Dexter's, let's just say 90%, is better than most people's 99%. His conditioning, I mean, he's never off. He might be off for Dexter, but he's never off. So the reason I put him third is because, in my opinion, he's consistent enough and still good enough to beat the other guys behind him. I just don't see him quite capable of beating the guys in front of him. And I'm pretty sure at this point, everybody's aware who's going to take number 2 and number 1. But, yeah, Dexter, number 3 for me. And for number 2, this is where we get into the most controversial part. I got William Bowneck. Okay, so let me clarify a couple things here. William Bowneck is a phenomenal bodybuilder, okay? I could really see him winning this competition. I mean, it would be nothing for him to come in and win this competition. He's done it before. He could do it again. The reason why I got him in second is because the next guy I really think is going to come in and just blow away the competition. And for William, man, he has everything. He is super sharp, super consistent. Next to Dexter Jackson, there's probably nobody who's more consistent than William Bowneck. William Bowneck is a potential Mr. Olympia. He could have been last year. His legs seem to be having, I think one of his legs is a little bit atrophied due to like maybe a lower back injury that he had in prep for the Mr. Olympia last year, but maybe that stuff's fixed now. I've seen a recent photo of him on Instagram, and we're like 4 weeks out, and this dude is already super sharp. He had a Christmas tree 4 weeks out, you know what I'm saying? Like he's coming to win, and he definitely could win. By no means am I saying that this is cemented in stone. Like, he has every chance of winning this show. I just don't see it myself. I see somebody else taking it, which is it's pretty obvious at this point. But anyways, guys, William Bowneck, amazing bodybuilder. Right now, I have him at number 2. Okay, guys, we're finally here for the number 1 spot, and that, of course, goes to Big Ramy. Now, this, as I've said before, is kind of a controversial opinion, because a lot of people see William Bowneck taking this one, and like I said before, I'm okay with it. I totally can see that, but in my opinion, Big Ramy, I think, is going to win this show for a few reasons. He's so much bigger, not only in stature, but just really in every way possible. He's a taller guy, he weighs much more, and he's almost perfect. Besides the calves, and honestly, his calves are not even that bad. It's just his quads are so oversized, his calves look smaller. But I'm telling you, this guy has everything. He has everything, and if he brings the conditioning, nobody could win. Nobody could beat this guy if he comes in on. And I think everybody's aware of it at this point. But yeah, the point I wanted to make is that a lot of people see him coming in off, and they say that Big Ramy's just never going to get it together. I don't believe that, okay? I think when he was at Oxygen Gym, I can't say this for sure, but I have a feeling that they were pushing the size just because, for the notoriety, for having the biggest guy in the world, always above 300 on stage. I'm guessing that he understands at this point that conditioning is the name of the game, and this is his comeback after taking a hiatus, and I really think he's a smart guy, guys. He's not dumb. He's a smart guy. He knows what he has to do to win the show, and all he has to do is nail his conditioning, man. If he came in 20 pounds lighter than at the 2018 Olympia, he would still be way bigger than everybody. Josh Lonardo is probably pretty close in size at that point, but yeah, man, Big Ramy is just he's phenomenal. Everybody knows that this guy is basically a Mr. Olympia waiting to happen. But anyways, guys, that's my opinion on why I think he's going to win. I really would love to see this guy take an Arnold Classic, Nothing against the rest of the guys, but, man, I love Big Ramy. He seems like a super nice, humble guy, and he has the physique that deserves, all the accolades, all the prizes, man. Like, he literally is... His physique is unlike most that we've seen before. He carries the mass so well, and he deserves to have some big titles under his belt. And also, if he wins this, it puts him in a very good spot going into the Olympia. So anyways, guys, those are my predictions for this. I'm really looking forward to this competition. It's going to be amazing. I think most people are looking forward to this more than people were looking forward to the Olympia 2019. There's a lot of big names in this. We got the return of Big Ramy. It's just a super exciting time, and I'm going to try to keep you guys updated with all the new things coming out. And yeah, again, thanks for watching, man. To everybody subscribing and leaving good comments, I really appreciate that stuff. And I have taken... some people are submitting some ideas, and I really appreciate that, guys. If you have any ideas, I'll do my best to kind of deliver on those ideas, make videos about something that you want to see. But yeah, guys, long video, fun one though, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.